Alright, so what's our big news?
Big sister!
Big sister? Who's gonna be a big sister?
Me!
You?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
And?
Big brother!
Hayden's gonna be a big brother again? Are you guys excited?
Yeah!
Woo! Craziness! Woo! As if our life isn't already crazy!
Mom, I
What?
want to be big sister!
I know you do. You're so excited.
Big brother!
So, for those of you that don't know us, that don't follow us on social media, we are expecting baby number 4.
Big sister!
Big sister! We
brother!
honestly do not know if it's a boy or a girl yet.
I want it to be a boy.
I know you want it to be a boy.
I want to be big sister!
I know you want it to be a sister, huh?
Ow.
So we already have an 11-year-old girl. Kaden is 5 and then Kendall is 2. So I personally don't totally care what we have. I would actually kind of like a girl because I think boys are crazy and wild and my girls are so much calmer. But I feel like my husband definitely really wants a boy, and then it would be even the 2 to 2. So we will
I'm
see.
a big sister!
I know you're gonna be a big sister.
Maybe we can have like 2 brothers and like
Yeah, no.
2 girls.
Because mommy's done. This is going to be the last one.
It's a girl.
And then there's going to be no more babies. This is the last baby. My husband doesn't really like that idea, but mama is done. This is my 6th pregnancy. This will be my 4th baby. I've had 2 miscarriages. In my last pregnancy, I had to do a cerclage. I was out from maternity leave. So I know. I started maternity leave at 27 weeks just from having contractions at work. So I'm hoping that this pregnancy goes so much smoother. But I don't know how much I can relax with these crazies around the house. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have been trying. This was a planned pregnancy. This wasn't unexpected. I know people are so like, oh my gosh, you're crazy. All right, you two might have to leave.
No.
Then chill. Can we be chill? Hey, let's be calm. Let's be calm. Let's see how long this lasts. So this is a planned pregnancy. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. I can't believe you're gonna have another one. I honestly, after 3, I didn't feel that I was done. I don't know if you ever really, I was always like, do you really feel like you're done? Like, how do you know when you're done? And so with this pregnancy, I can definitely say I'm done. Like, as I'm driving to work and I'm just so sick and nauseous and miserable and just uncomfortable, I don't remember it being this uncomfortable last time. I don't remember being this tired. Maybe it's because I'm older, because I have more kids, or maybe you just erase that from your memory, and that's why women keep having more kids. But yeah, like, I can definitely say that I'm going to be done this time. What are you saying? Jesus. Jesus. But yeah, I think that the 2 little ones are going to leave the video now. So let's say goodbye.
No.
Everybody will see you later.
No.
I know you're going to be a big sister. So see you later, YouTube. Bye. So as I was saying, this is a planned pregnancy. We have been trying for almost a year now. I wouldn't say that I have like true infertility, but it definitely is really hard for me to get pregnant. It doesn't come easy. I'm not one of those women that knows when she's ovulating. I was even doing the ovulation test. It didn't work. It didn't help at all. Just, to me, just like a waste of money. I was trying to eat better, working out, like nothing was seeming to work. I was to the point where I was literally just giving up. I told my husband, I was like, maybe we're just not meant to have another baby. Like, we should just be blessed with the 3 that we already have. My second one was born at 29 weeks. We should just be happy that we had him and he's healthy and everything's okay. And then after him, we had Kendall and we're able to carry a full term with her. Like, maybe we should just feel blessed and happy with the children that we have. Like, maybe we're just, you know, pushing the envelope, like rocking the boat here. It's not meant to be. So we started trying a year ago. I did get pregnant 2 months into that. I was super excited. That was the quickest I had ever gotten pregnant. And then a week later, I started bleeding. So I started bleeding around 5 weeks. I was just like devastated. I was so upset. I couldn't even believe that this was happening right now. They called it a chemical pregnancy. So basically the egg never even attaches. So most women don't even know they were actually pregnant or having a miscarriage. They just think it's their period. Surprisingly, I wasn't as upset as I was the first miscarriage, which was in between baby number 2 and baby number 3. I feel like because with that miscarriage, we were further along and we had told a lot of our friends and, you know, close friends and family, so it just felt more real. Whereas this time we hadn't told anyone yet, and it was literally like a week into it and it was just already happening. So I spent about like 2 days just being devastated and upset, and then after that I was just kind of over it and discouraged, and because then the last time as well, it took like 6 months afterwards, after the miscarriage, to finally get pregnant again. So I was just like, oh, here we go again. It's the same thing. Like, why? I was just more frustrated with my body. Like, why does my body hate being pregnant? Why can't I carry full term? Why can't I get pregnant easily? Why do I have to miscarriage? Like, I mean, so I totally am envious of those women that do get pregnant right away and do have no problems at all and can work out till full term and can work all the way to full term and no issues, whereas I'm contracting and in triage if I go walk down the street. So it's just really frustrating to me, and getting pregnant and trying to get pregnant is not an easy task. It's not like super exciting and fun and joyful. It's just every single month when you get that negative pregnancy test, like, it is the most frustrating, irritating thing ever. Like, I don't even know how many pregnancy tests I have taken. I don't even know how much money I've spent on them. I always would wait. I mean, in the beginning I was like testing on the day, like day 30, period should be starting today, like I'm testing, and then it would be negative. Well, then like the next month I'd be like, well, I'm just gonna wait like a couple days, and then still negative. And then it started being like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait till I'm a week late and then I'm gonna start testing. And that's what was like so frustrating too, is my periods would be a week late, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, for sure this is it, we are totally pregnant, I'm a week late, I feel kind of tired, like this is totally it. And then it would be nothing, and my period would come like 2 weeks later or whatever. So like I was saying, I was totally giving up. I just didn't even want to do it anymore. I told my girlfriend, I was like, I'm done. I don't even want to try anymore. This is so frustrating. Like, emotionally, mentally, this is draining. It's messing me up. It's making me depressed. Like, I can't keep living like every single month like, what if? Are we finally going to be pregnant this time? Are we not? And then when you're like planning trips out far in advance and you're like, okay, well, next August we want to go camping, or we want to go here, and you're like, yeah, but what if I'm pregnant, or what if I'm going to be due soon? Like, it's really hard to plan your lives when you're trying to get pregnant. It's that whole like what if, and I know I told myself like live in the moment, try not to think about it, but it's hard not to. Like, how can you not think about it? How can you not just constantly be wondering, is it going to happen this month or not? So in May, like around my birthday, I was like, that's it, I'm done. I just started eating really healthy, and I still haven't lost the weight from Kendall. I will admit I just haven't given it my all. I've lost about 30 pounds with her. I gained 60 total, so I still have quite a bit to go, and I was like, this is it. I'm gonna like lose much more weight. I'm just gonna have a good summer, like feel confident in a bathing suit, work out, eat good. So I started doing that. I started a new fitness program. I started losing weight. I was kind of like on the keto diet, and I just wasn't honestly even thinking about it. I was trying to get in shape for summer, and my period was a month late, and I just didn't even think anything about it. And then it was a week late, so I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna test, negative. 2 weeks late, negative. 3 weeks late, negative. And by this time I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, just give me my period already. What in the heck? So Father's Day weekend was coming up, and I always test it on Fridays because I'm like, okay, am I going to be able to drink this weekend if we go out to a restaurant? Am I going to be able to have a margarita or a martini? So Friday morning, my husband went to work, and I took a test not even thinking it was going to be positive. Like, I feel like if I would have known it was going to be positive, I would have recorded it. I was like, no, it's not going to be positive anyways. It doesn't even matter. So I took a test, and my previous pregnancies when I was pregnant, like, it would literally show up just like that. Like, there was no wait for 3 minutes or whatever. It definitely shows up quick. So I peed on the stick, and you can see like the line, like the pee, the moisture move along the stick, and it was already going to negative. And I was like, oh, there we go, like another month down. This would have been a perfect Father's Day gift. I was so like really hopeful. And so I waited like 15 seconds, and then I started to slowly see like the positive sign creep up, and I was like, no way, no freaking way, like, are you kidding me right now? I'm so excited, so I'm like grabbing it and I'm waiting for it to develop, and I'm like, no way are we freaking doing this. So I took a picture of it and I sent it to my 3 girlfriends, and I'm like, is this, like, am I reading this wrong? Because when you finally do get a positive pregnancy test, like, you look at the box a million times. Like, everyone knows the positive sign means that you're pregnant. But I kept looking at it like, wait, am I reading this right? Positive is this, negative? And I'm like, no, this says positive. Like, am I dreaming? So I sent it to my girlfriends, and I'm like, am I making this up? Like, is this clear to you guys that it is positive? And they were like, Rachel, this is totally positive. So I was super excited. I couldn't even believe it. And Father's Day was Sunday, so I was like, okay, this is going to be a perfect Father's Day gift for my husband. And so not telling him for the next 2 days was so rough. Like, just like keeping it in, like, to the point where I almost like forgot I was even pregnant. Then I was like, oh shoot, yeah. So what I ended up doing was, oh, let me grab it. I feel like this video is going to be so long, and I'm already so out of breath. So I had a couple gifts for him, and the kids were super excited for him to open gifts. You know, they obviously had no idea. My oldest wasn't with us at the time. She was with her dad. So it was just the 2 little ones, and they're super excited because they love opening gifts. So I was recording them opening gifts with my husband. So this is totally not like weird. Like, he's not suspecting anything at all. So he opens a couple gifts, and then he gets to this one. So it's in like an Amazon package, or Bare Minerals, I should say. And he opens it up, and I have like a bunch of tissue paper and stuff in there. And then on the inside, I taped the positive pregnancy test. And he was like, what? No way. And I'm like, shh, don't, because I didn't want him to tell the little ones. I didn't want them to know yet. So I actually, I'll insert a clip of him finding out so you guys can see that.
Isn't it good? This is a PUSSY in a box. And now you completely need me for nothing.
It doesn't show picture.
Let Daddy open it.
Here, let me see it, bud.
Say that.
Mommy, Nikki.
Not Mommy Nikki.
What? What? What?
Don't say that.
Daddy doesn't want that.
He doesn't want that present?
Oh yeah, I do.
Surprise! You have no idea what it is, but surprise!
It's a medicine thing.
It's a medicine thing.
Open it.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was the clip of him finding out. My husband is so excited. He wants a really big family. Like, to him, his kids are everything to him. So he's super excited, and he can't wait. And then when we finally had our first ultrasound at 9 weeks, which waiting for that first ultrasound is so tough. It's like you almost want to keep taking pregnancy tests, but because of my previous miscarriage, I know that just because you have a positive pregnancy test doesn't mean that the embryo is good and growing. So I'm like, it doesn't even matter if I take a pregnancy test and it's positive. Like, it doesn't mean anything. You just have to wait until you do that ultrasound. So waiting for that ultrasound, I couldn't even sleep the night before. I was so excited, yet I was so nervous. And I'm like, oh my God, if I go to the, and no one else knows yet, our family doesn't know or anything, we didn't want to tell anybody. And I was like, if I go to this ultrasound and they tell me that I've miscarried again or I've lost another baby, like, I'm gonna seriously be devastated and not be able to do this anymore. Like, how many miscarriages, you know, can you go through? So I was so nervous, and dang, pregnancy hormones. So I literally was like making myself sick, you know, driving to this appointment. My stomach hurt so bad, I had to go to the bathroom. I was just like, please let everything be okay. So they do the, just like the normal exam, and she's like, everything looks good. And so she goes to do the ultrasound, and I just felt like I couldn't even look right away. I was just like, please let there be something there. So I turned away as she's like starting to, you know, get situated, and she actually finds it right away. And it was just like, I started to cry, and I'm so excited, and I start laughing, but when you laugh, it shakes your stomach, so then it shakes the ultrasound. So but it was already like moving around in there, and it was so cute. And because we were already 9 weeks at that point, it was just like already formed, so it didn't look like a little, like a tadpole like they usually look like in the beginning. So it had like little limbs and everything, and it was moving around, and we got to hear the heartbeat, and it was just so exciting and such a fresh, you know, breath of fresh air that everything was good. So we were super excited about that, and we are going to be due February 20th. So I think I was like a couple days off of what I had calculated my due date to be, since I was 4 weeks late already when I took the test. So we were super excited, and we couldn't wait to tell our family, and now it's finally felt real, and we can actually start planning and talking about it, because me and my husband hadn't even like talked about it. So that was exciting, and I wanted to tell the kids right away. So the kids love doing a scavenger hunt, so we did this cute little scavenger hunt for them. And then after that, you know, we told our parents. We had a cute little shirt for Kendall that said Big Sister. Nobody got it. Nobody even noticed right away. It would take like, at my parents' house and with my husband's family, it took like 45 minutes, and finally we were just like, look at Kendall, look what she's got going on. And then they were finally like, oh my gosh, like I thought she just had this like Peppa Pig shirt on, like they weren't even reading it. Or my husband's family thought that we had put Kira's old shirt on Kendall, and I'm like, why would I do that? Like, why would I put a Big Sister shirt? Like, I have plenty of clothes. I'm not short on clothes. Like, why would I do that? So it was just, it was funny, but we were like, that was a fail. And my husband was joking, like, okay, well, next time. I'm like, no, there's gonna be no next time. Like, this was it. So all of our family knows. And then we put up that crazy picture on social media that everybody loved. I'll insert that right here so you guys can see. And it was just a total, like, I found it on Pinterest, and it was just a total like make fun of ourselves, because people just think that we're crazy, and my kids are crazy. Like, I love to share them on Instagram, like how wild they always are. So it was just like a fun picture, like making fun of ourselves, and that we're adding another one, and I'm over here like taking a selfie, like, because I do YouTube videos, and I like makeup, and I like doing my hair, and, you know, getting dressed up. So sometimes people, I don't know, maybe they don't feel this way, but I kind of feel like sometimes people are like, okay, this girl just kind of like cares about her looks or whatever. So me taking a selfie, and because, you know, the pictures on my Instagram are selfies, it was kind of like me making fun of myself about how I feel like some people view me, while the kids and my husband in the background are being crazy, and I'm over here just like, I don't care about them, just look at me. So yeah, that was a really fun picture to take, and everybody loved it. So we are excited. We have an ultrasound coming up in 1 week, so that will be our 12-week ultrasound. So I'm excited to see how much the little bean has grown. We're not going to find out what we're having at that ultrasound. If the lady can tell, then we're going to wait. We're going to wait till the 19-week, 20-week ultrasound, and we will do a gender reveal party. So that will be fun. And then I will be having my first trimester update coming up soon, where I'll talk about like the cravings and some of my must-haves. And yeah, I think that this video is going to be long enough. I didn't think I was going to talk this much. I am totally out of breath already. And so yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel if you want to follow along on our pregnancy journey, on this craziness. I will be getting my cerclage put in the next 3 weeks. If you don't know what a cerclage is, I'm not going to explain it. Google it. And then you'll realize like what I have to go through. So yeah, not really looking forward to that. So that will be coming up. So I'll try and document like our next couple weeks of pregnancy. So if you guys want to follow along, just don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.